uh, this is how you would cover certain transformations. So I have a mod already created within my Beyond Super folder. Um, and I know a lot of you guys, first things first, you would probably assume or think that you would just have to change a couple of things within your battle assets, and that would be the form change. Um, with the form change added on, you see that my next form would be um, the next tag for Vegeta Super Saiyan, and that would be a Super Saiyan form, which I do have created, and I would keep the costume flag because I'm keeping the same costume, and then costume damage fig. It would keep the same damage nullifier for that. Uh, basically the same damage from carrying over from one to the other. So consume blast stock 2. HP recovery made it where he recovers some health. When he transforms, he can go into max. It'll keep it default, or it could just take over. So the takeover would just be take over wherever your gauge may be over in either one of those corners. Disable recovery after the second time. So basically, after you have recovery, then if you have this checked off, if you have another transformation 9 times out of 10, that will kind of disable that. The cooling time would probably be until you could transform again. I have no idea. But if I was to guess, then probably so. So change character action data. With the change character action data, you have all your frame changes, and there's basically these are basically just calling for stuff inside of the MLS. So with that being set, which you if you don't have a change character action data, then from whatever character you may be trying to take from, if they have a transformation and they have that specific transformation that you may want, then you would go to that character's character data, and then you would take from that, add that there. But that's just to play it safe, because you could really manually do that. But just to take from that character and then assert that there, and then you would come to the MLS, and then from MLS you have to also change your frame in the MLS as well. So because I'm transforming from uh I'm using Scouter Vegeta. So because I'm using Scouter Vegeta, um I'm taking 0020's 0020, which let me just see something. Update. God, yes. So let's see. 0020 underscore. Well, that's yeah, 0020 underscore. Let's just figure out 002010, 0020. So I'm guessing that that would just be probably Vegeta Super 0020, if I'm not mistaken. Just because, let's just see. 0020. Vegeta Z Scouter. Oh, 0020. So, and then we have 002010 Z early. Okay, so 20 underscore 10. So that's what I took from 20 underscore 10, and you applying that would really be, so honestly, we're really looking at the chart as if we're using the transformations from this chart. Okay, so if I'm using 002010, which is 2010 right here, uh Vegeta Z early, I'm using his Z early transformation, which I'm using that, and I would apply that for all of these, because this would be the start transformation of his Z early. And like just add in the frame 1 frame 2 will be his frame 1 and frame 2 from Z early, and his frame 2 from Z early would be Z early Super Saiyan. So take that into accountability, that this will go from one to the other. And if I was to say, for instance, if I want to make uh another transformation for Super Saiyan, then I would pretty much go back to the MLS, and then from the MLS, then I would uh of my Super Saiyan Vegeta, if he does not have anything in the FRM, which 9 times out of 10, if you're making a character from let's say Garlic Jr. or whatever the hell his name is in Sparking Zero, uh making a Garlic, he won't have a frame change, or uh even a Cyberman won't have a frame change unless you apply a new frame change, which how you would do that is if you don't have a frame change, you would just add a new protocol record element, and then from a map element, which it has 228, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it really would have about 220 or so. But you would add an element, and then from that element, then boom, let's just do it here for video sake. Scroll down and you'll find your new element. But if you don't find your new element, then you can search none, and then you'll see your element 228. So I'll scroll down from 0 all the way to 227 and 8, which happens to be right here. And then you would add your new frame name FRM, or just so I could keep it video appropriate FRM. And then you could just say 1, or if it's not 1, then 2. But 9 times out of 10, I'm going to copy the key from another character and I'm going to add it there. But for this video instance, I don't need it. This is just a run through on how to apply different character transformations through PDA. And this is a little complicated to get at first, but over time you can pretty much get it. So just to apply it again, you could just hit FRM, and then if you're looking for 1, you just hit 1. Well, frame, that would be MC, and frame change 1 or 2. So remember the C, don't forget the C, because it's frame change 1 and then 2. So 1 is going into 1, 2 is going into basically the second form, the second frame for that specific transformation. So that's the from and the to. Kind of could be a little complicated. Um, I'm trying to explain it as simply as I can, and I think that's about the most simplest way that you could pretty much get it, by applying it from the MLS, and then also having the form change, which you could just have this set up the way you would like it set up, but the character change action data, whatever that character has within their action data, which you would want to take from theirs as well, just so you are. But if you have it applied just like frame 1, 2, 2R, 3, and 4, then it will all work the same way. That's the 4 and the 3 is just in case you have externals, or it could even come, I believe, maybe detransformations. I haven't actually made a detransformation yet, but off of my knowledge, and if I was to guess on what 3 and 4 would probably pertain to, then I would think it's detransformations. So until I personally do it myself, I cannot confirm that, but for now, this is how you would apply the frame change and how you would actually have your from and to. And now, as you see, in doing so, I have added, yep, a transformation for Vegeta Scouter. It'll pop up in the transformation. I actually gave him an icon as well. And that's how you would add the transformation. But we're gonna hop in gameplay and actually see how that looks in game.
I'll send you to oblivion.
Okay, so now we have our character. Doesn't look too bad, so that's pretty good.
I'll send you to oblivion.